Doctor Who Series 10, Episode 3, Thin Eyes. This episode is set in the past, so this season follows the same pattern of the previous seasons, with one episode set in the future and one episode in the past. I'm thinking about the first episodes with Rose or Amy, like they had their first journey with the Doctor in the future. For instance, for Rose it was the end of the world, and after seeing the death of Earth, she went back in the past in the episode The Unquite Dead. While Amy went in the future in the Beast Below, and in the following episode, the Victory of the Daleks, she was in the past. I think the only exception was Martha, which had her first adventure in the past with the Shakespearean Code and her second adventure in the future with Gridlock. So anyway, this season follows this same pattern of one adventure in the future and one in the past. In particular, this episode is set in the 19th century. Like many good episodes before this, one I've already mentioned, The Unquite Dead, which was by Mark Gatiss, and it was with the Ninth Doctor and Rose in Victorian Cardiff. Snowman, when the 11th Doctor met the second echo of Clara, or Deep Breath with the 12th Doctor when he regenerated. I really like this setting. This episode is actually set a few years before the Victorian era, during the Regency era, but it still feels like the same setting. This story for this episode actually started at the end of the last episode, when the Doctor and Bill materialized over a frozen Thames, and then the episode ended with a cliffhanger. This is actually very unlikely for Doctor Who, but this has already happened a few times before, usually at the end of the season. I'm thinking about the seasons with David Tennant. Every season usually ended on a cliffhanger, like when Donna appeared inside the TARDIS, or when the Titanic crashed inside the TARDIS. The Doctor and Bill arrived in 19th century London by mistake, because they wanted to go back to the university, but they actually ended up in the past. This has already happened a lot of times before in Doctor Who stories. For instance, the episode The Alien Invasion with the Ninth Doctor and Rose was missing for a whole year because the Doctor made a mistake and they returned to London a year after they left. Or in Tooth and Claw, when the 10th Doctor and Rose materialized a century before they had intended. Or in Cold Blood, when the 11th Doctor and Clara appeared inside a Russian submarine instead of Las Vegas. So it's quite common for the Doctor to make these kind of mistakes, and it's usually a funny gag to see where or when they have appeared instead of where they actually intended to go. The premises for this episode is that the Thames is frozen and that there is an elephant over the frozen Thames. I think it's a great way to start an episode, probably because I love London, I love the Thames, and I'm really looking forward to see what's hiding beneath the frozen surface of the Thames. So let's start watching the episode.
Okay, I have questions.
You always have questions. When don't you have questions? That's the great part of you always ask questions.
You just think we could travel to parallel worlds.
Not a parallel world.
Also, he said parallel world, that gives me Rose feels. God knows what Rose and Tentu are doing in that parallel world.
It's 1814. Men.
Yes.
Slavery is still totally a thing.
Oh, slavery because she's black. That's the same thing that Martha said when she went with the Doctor to meet Shakespeare.
Stay out of trouble.
Well, I'm on my best to last.
Okay,
You don't stay out of trouble with the Doctor.
First on the left.
That reminds me of the Impossible Planet episode, or was it Satan Pit? When Rose and Ten materialize on the planet and the TARDIS is acting up, and Rose says, we can always leave if you think there's going to be trouble, and they start laughing because it's just like everywhere they go there's trouble. Oh my god, what's that thing under the Thames? They look so cool in period dresses.
Doesn't anyone notice the TARDIS?
Your species hardly notices anything.
That's the thing the Ninth Doctor said when they left the TARDIS in middle Cardiff, in Boomtown.
So what are the rules?
Rules.
Traveling to the past has got to be rules. If I step on a butterfly, it could set ripples.
Oh my god, this is Martha all over again.
Every choice I make in this moment, here and now, controls the whole future.
Exactly like every other day of your life. The only thing to do is to stop worrying about it.
Okay. If you say so.
I love this because she's always so logical, and she asks the same question that Martha asked the Doctor about the butterfly effect. Also that thing the Doctor said about every day being like that, because every day you shape the future. That's just a little line but so powerful.
There's nobody resting unless it's in zero gravity. With 10.
Okay.
How'd you expect it?
The Doctor always showing off.
Regency England. Bit more black than in the movies.
So is Jesus. History's a whitewash.
Oh, that is so important. Oh my god, that is so important. Again, just a little mention of such an important concept, that history has been reshaped by white people. I like this, they're just having a really good time together in the past. They're just looking around, trying games.
Better luck next time, Miss. And you're talking
Just like good friends.
Are there side effects of time travel? Like physical symptoms?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you see lights under the ice.
He had already noticed, obviously.
Of course. Well,
Why don't you say something?
well, you're enjoying yourself. I assume we get to work eventually.
That was so kind of him to let Bill just enjoy the moment.
Sonic screwdriver.
How is that a screwdriver?
In a very broad sense.
Oh, how's the team?
It makes a noise.
That's always his explanation. It's Sonic because it makes sounds. Doctor, you can't look at your screwdriver and ignore the fact that a boy has just died.
Can't stop.
Yeah, save him.
Do something. I say.
Oh my gosh, she's angry, oh my god. Bill asking the Doctor to do something reminded me of Donna when she told the Doctor, to the 10th Doctor, to save someone in Pompeii, just like do something.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
She's upset.
What's wrong? I've never seen you one time before. If you care so much, tell me how many people you see die.
I don't know.
Have you ever killed anyone? There's a look in your eyes sometimes that makes me wonder. Have you?
There are situations when the options available are limited.
No, I asked.
Sometimes the choices.
That's not what I asked.
Don't avoid the question.
How many? Don't tell me. You've moved on.
Oh my
You
goodness.
don't have to don't know. More people die. The kids living rough near here. Very well be next on the menu.
That part when Bill asked the Doctor how many people he has seen die or he has killed, I think it was a reference to the episode The Day of the Doctor, when the 10th and 11th Doctor discussed together in that cellar about how many kids were on Gallifrey, if he had ever counted them, if he had lost count, and the 11th Doctor says that he forgot because he had to move on. And this is like so sad, and it almost sounds cruel, but the Doctor has to move on, otherwise he couldn't do his job, he couldn't save other people. I think he also says in another episode, you don't have time to grieve when you have a gun pointed to your head. It's sad, but he doesn't have the time to be upset because otherwise other people would die. But it's so interesting that Bill is starting to see him differently. How many things he has done in the past that she doesn't know anything about. It's not just her teacher, it's like this 2000 years old alien who has done amazing and terrible things at the same time.
I'm hungry. Food. Bill, food. Food is always useful. Now.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking, but don't worry. These are stolen.
How could he hide all those pies inside his hat? Is his hat bigger on the inside?
Let's tell us something frozen up the Thames and it's eating.
Okay.
Proposal, we need to get a closer look at it.
Good, yeah.
Plan. Let's get in.
That's a great plan, no flaws at all.
Does this sound safe? Doctor?
Oh my god, he's not hearing you. How to get the Doctor attention, throw things at him. My god, that creature is massive. It's so big. And it's been eating all the people. Ooh, that's the hat, the boy's hat.
The noise. It's like I felt it in my bones, you know? Sounded like
Despair. Loneliness.
Oh, the creature is being trapped under the Thames.
he said he caught the fish himself. I want a pie off that guy.
This reminds me of that Torchwood episode. It was called Meat, when there was this space whale. They had captured it and they were torturing it. And it was such a sad episode. I think the sound the creature made reminded me of that.
Very possible.
Who let this creature in here? On your feet, girl!
What?
Your betters.
Excuse me, bitch. Good, Doctor. Good.
31 years of age. Low nine.
Yeah, that was pretty convincing.
Oh my god. I'd punch him myself.
Girl, you show the ignorance of all your kind. Without
That guy is so sexist. Can you please kill him?
men dying for lives all the time.
I've heard of you were here.
Can you please feed him to that creature?
I'll explain. Boy died on the river. That boy's value is your value. That's what defines an age. That's what defines a species.
Oh, that speech was so moving.
The rhythm and vocabulary.
It was like the speech by the 11th Doctor when he said that in all his life he's never met anybody who wasn't important before.
Why is it up to me?
Because it can't be up to me. Your people, the planet I serve, are the pleasure of the human race. Right now, that's you. Give me an order. Not long to the moon. I need an order.
Bill has to make the decision because she's human. It's like kill the moon when Clara had to make the decision because she represented humanity. The Doctor cannot decide
I'll take care of this.
for humans, they have to shape their own future. And Bill made the right choice. Yes, he's dead. Yes. Justice. Yes, that poor creature is free. Oh god, it's finally happy. She's finally happy and free. And here's Nado with his tea.
There's your tea. I'll put a bit of coffee in it as well, just to give it some flavour. See? Much better.
What? Nado doesn't even like tea. I mean, you really want us to eat you?
You saved them.
You did. You gave the order. Boss.
Sir,
No, he said boss. Clara was the boss. He always used to tell Clara that she was the boss.
Hence the task textbook. Tails. You leave me alone.
Nado, yes, leave the doctor and Bill alone. Let them travel. Oh my god, what's inside the vault? Oh my god, who's inside the vault? Oh my god, was it 4 knocks at the end? Is the master inside the vault?
Sharing, yeah. 6 months.
Oh my god, is the master inside the vault or not? Oh my god, I really want to know who's inside the vault. Okay guys, that was it. What an amazing episode. I love that it started light and fun and then it got progressively deeper and deeper, and it talked about a lot of interesting ethical issues like racism, sexism, poverty, and these are all topics that I think are important to discuss in a Doctor Who episode, because lots of people of different places and cultural groups watches this episode. I think this episode will have an important impact on future Doctor Who episodes, on the way they look to society and culture and nowadays issues. And the plot was really interesting as well. Anyway, what you think guys about this episode? Let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe to my channel to see my next reaction videos. See you next week then. Bye!